I'm saying there is no South African player that starts playing in Burundi. There's no South African player that starts playing in Nigeria and come to PSL. You stay that side. So South Africans are better. We are better than Nigerians. We are better than Zimbabweans. That's why they're coming here, because we are better. And the South Africans, they've got a similar culture, all the tribal groups, all the races that I found here, because South Africa was a Christian country. The Afrikaners, they modeled us into a Christian country. I know what to expect when I meet an Indian who lives in South Africa, a white who lives in South Africa, an Afrikaners, a colored guy who lives in South Africa, a Pedi guy. There are certain things that we do which are common. When a child is 1, as Africans, we know what to do. When a child is 21, when you get married, there are certain rituals that are happening. When you buy a car, when you buy a house, I know who behaves, in whatever which way. These guys who are coming here, they're chasing albinos, taking 12-year-olds, making them prostitutes. We are better. Nigerians, over 200 million people, half of them living in poverty. They're living, emanzini, and they defecate in the streets. We don't do that. Our cities, there were toilets, public toilets. You no longer go to the toilets in the CBDs because they will rob you. So we are better. This thing, we think that we are better. South Africa is better. That's why when Bafana is playing, Nabo Gabon, they give us a straight treatment. They ill-treat us because they say we think that we are white. But Pirates, they don't say we're being ill-treated. You go to Zimbabwe, you'll be ill-treated for no particular reason, because you are a South African. You think you know better. Even if you go to Botswana, they'll tell you, hey, this is not the republic. Because people are jealous. We did not mess up our infrastructure even during our struggle. And we preserve, certain things that we had. And we value human life. This guy, they kill willy-nilly. Some of them, they've been killing children, chopping babies' hands from day one when they were liberated, go Somalia, fighting Biafra war, fighting civil wars. Tina, we do have our problems. There are people who were bought, like AFP and all that. But after a long time, they will, I don't know, will cease, all that nonsense. People will always be saying, guys, you can't go this way. You can't go this way. Look at these guys, Bo Burundi, Bo Congo. You'll never even see a pastor, but there's a prominent pastor who says, guys, stop the war. But here in South Africa, there'll always be someone saying, guys, stop what you're doing. We are better than these guys, So unfortunately, South Africans, they bought into this thing which we are cleaning up, Joes. We are cleaning up for who? Why these guys were not cleaning? After the guests have left, we're going to go back to square one. We're going to go back to square one. We are cleaning so that you don't embarrass Cyril Ramaphosa. Cyril Ramaphosa must paint this picture with Joburg, it's red, it's nice, so that he can get more money for himself. He can, move all over, spread his wings with his relatives and the Mutsipes and others that we don't even know, and spread all over. These guys, they're using this country. Like we've seen go Nigeria, where ministers, the president will go to IMF, loan money, and the money goes straight into his pocket or the company. Yeah, so that's where we find ourselves. So, yeah, for me, I find it strange that even our artists, they are quiet. Influencers, they are quiet. They all sing in one line. I ask myself, there were times where he had Abonina Simeon, Bohere Belafonte, we had Abo Letambulu, conscious artists. Everyone now is singing about alcohol, dance, party. There were artists, Mire Makeba, who were bigger than Blick Coffee, who were bigger than Master KG, who were bigger than all these artists. You find Trevor Noah, Partisan. I used to love Trevor Noah. I thought that he was the smartest comedian until I realized that he's a politician. He's gone with the woke. He's into the woke, the liberals. The liberals that have messed up this country, the feminists messing up this country, all these alphabet people who are messing up this country, the globalist, agenda. Where is activism now? Everybody's like money. I do what I do. I'm not motivated by money. I need money. I want money. If money comes, I will take money. But you cannot use money to rob me from pushing what I believe. You cannot use money to rob me. I mustn't speak my truth. You can't do that. You can't do that. I've come a long way. Even if I wanted to betray, I come a long way. I can't do it now. So I'm surprised, which you don't have. I'm an artist, afana nabo Bob Marley. Gcine ngabo Lucky Dube, bo Brenda Fassie. Conscious artists, people who've got a platform to revolutionize the society. And yet, they want the public support. Our actors, who's going to be a Zex Mukai? We don't have those. So it is unfortunate. That's why I don't want to be grouped with these guys. Once somebody calls me an influencer, a TikToker, a YouTuber, don't group me. I'm different. I'm just Ike. I'm different. I don't look like these guys. I don't smell like these guys. I'm different. The only time they play my music. I used to play South African music, regularly. I still do. But many of them, they're disgusting. They have no sense of patriotism. All of them, they support foreigners. All of them, they're into government. The Mzwakhe bullies of the 80s. Mzwakhe has become something else, seeking funding. There was a Mzwakhe before democracy. There's a Mzwakhe now who's become utterly, blatantly useless. There was a Mzwakhe bully at Triple M. The day shall dawn. Who's going to be like that now? No one. No one is going to be like that now. So unfortunately, we have a situation where everybody just follows my leader, as the saying goes with the school. We used to say Mashangan line. And like now, we've got Palestinians who are here. Palestinians coming here to South Africa. And South Africa is becoming a Muslim country. Without people being aware. Let me tell you the model of these guys. These guys, when they come into a country, they come as a minority. They preach religious tolerance until they become a majority. Once they become a majority, they will tell you, listen, this space is ours. This is Mayfair. This is, east of Joburg. We need a Sharia law. We need our schools, prayers. They change the culture like you go UK. And then they start practicing intolerance. They start shutting down. If you're a Christian, you no longer exist. That's what they do wherever they go. That's how North Africa was captured. North Africa was not always Muslim. Go Tunisia, go Algeria, go Egypt. That's why black people ran away. They came down to go Congo. They kicked out. Go Saudi Arabia. It was not always Arabic. We kicked out, go Kuwait, kicked out in other countries. Go India, kicked out, in many countries. They come in here. You check many countries. They've got their traditional attires. Go Brunei. But now they no longer wear that. They wear Muslims. When they come in, they force themselves. Before you know it, you got an explosion. This is what is going to happen in the near future. Like the Nigerians, they were trying to have their own councillor, representative in Hillbrow, saying that they want a Nigerian representative to represent them because they are a sizable majority. That's what happened. It becomes an invasion. And these guys don't care because they know which border they've got bodyguards. They've got bodyguards where they stay and they say open borders. They've got bodyguards. And that's why, I'm tough on these leaders. And people saying, Ike, you hate these guys. No, I'm telling the truth because minions don't see what is happening. Let me tell you about the Arabs. The Arabs, these Muslim guys coming from Palestine, they jump all the countries. They come to South Africa like all these foreigners. You must go to a country close to you. If you're a refugee, you cannot jump, you come from India, Pakistan, you jump Somalia, you jump Kenya, you come here. No, and when you come here, we ask, where's your wife, where's your children? You're a refugee as a man. Like they go to Europe, it's only young men taking over. The Palestinians, they were accommodated in Kuwait around, post-48, 1948. These guys, when they came in there, the PLO, they started antagonizing Israel and also siding with Saddam Hussein. It became worse, in the 90s when Saddam Hussein took over Kuwait. They sided with the enemy, the same way as the Hyksos in Egypt sided with the enemy. The Hyksos are the people that we are told that they are the chosen people. People stole their identity. There were people called the Hyksos who were in Egypt historically. So these guys, they sided with Saddam Hussein. And then after the war, or after Saddam Hussein retreated, Kuwait said, hell no, we are expelling these guys. They expelled 200,000 of Palestinians. They went to Jordan. Nabo Arafat, when they came to Jordan, they did exactly what they usually do. They started to attack Israel. Israel is going to attack back. And then Jordan realizes, no man, we are suffering. Tina, we don't have a problem that much in Israel. This is not our war. And then they started fighting the people of Jordan. They started, fighting, wanting to take over Jordan. They were expelled again. They went to Lebanon. Lebanon hasn't recovered. Now, Lebanon, they attacked Israel. They wanted to take over Israel. Wherever they've been accommodated, they want to take over. In Egypt, they came there, they wanted to take over. That's why Arab people don't want them. Egypt raised borders high. Nobody wants Palestinians. And people saying, how come Arab countries don't want them? Because when they are there, they want to take over. Saudi Arabia doesn't want them. Syria doesn't want them. Nobody wants them. Libya don't want them. Algeria don't want them. Because whenever they come in, they start plotting. Even manje, South Africa is a playground. All these guys like about Al-Qaeda, they were once here plotting. We've got Cyprus Mafia, Serbian Mafia, Jerusalem Mafia. We've got all these mafias. Even wannabe Nigerian mafias coming here plotting, using South Africa, as a playground. And then, what does it say about our currency? It's affecting us internationally. Our passport is no longer respected because we keep on allowing everyone under the pretense that South Africa belongs to everyone. And then our courts now, they are interpreting the constitution literally to say everyone. Everyone doesn't mean everyone. It means a South African. They must put context to that. But that's not happening. So these guys, they are sacrificing this country. And you've got misleaders. Bo Julius Malema, Bo Gayton McKenzie, Bo Musi Maimane, Bo Zile, Bo Mashaba. I'll tell you, Herman Mashaba, he doesn't have a problem with illegal foreigners. He says document them. We don't have a problem of documentation because what happens if Nigeria, they send 15 million? China sent, 10 million. Zimbabwe sent, a couple of millions. Maybe all foreigners, they're about 50 million. You document all of them. We still have a problem. The problem is people who are here unnecessary. People who are not adding value, and they're outnumbering us now because even our birth rate, you go to nuclear hospital, it's now called Rahima Musa. What's the name here, nuclear hospital? Is it nuclear? I like to retain the old names like John Smart Airport. I like those names because these are actual people, who built something. Bo Parakwanath, I like those names. Bo John Foster, police station, These guys, when they're coming here, they're taking over. I mean, look at Gayton. He's quiet because he's benefiting. He says he's got Zimbabwean partners. Some of these guys, they use the question of illegal foreigners, to gain vote. Because if he was for South African first, he would not see Cyril Ramaphosa as his blesser. I mean, Bomusi Maimane, one useless guy. He's always criticizing Tutula because he's a liberal. These are guys who were parachuted into our politics. Uyambona ukuthi uMusimema akanabugazi. Indoda enama-calves ufana nalo bathu maphorisa. Indoda enama-calves uyabona ukuthi akazange adlala idisk, akazange yenzeni, yabo. Lezi sifaka igipe eshayinayo. Abo Zile. Zile, he is pro-globalist. Doesn't have a problem with illegal foreigners. And this is where I have an issue. Especially the white constituency. The white constituency, great as, they are in South Africa, creating jobs, civilization, taking us, from the Stone Age. But when it comes to patriotism, they prefer these foreigners. I don't know whether because they are cheaper, but it is the very same foreigners who are killing them. There was these two ladies some time ago. I think they own a franchise, the Ocean Bike Basket, killed by a foreigner. Bokori Sanders. South Africans don't have that culture of killing white people. Even during apartheid, they never resorted to that. It will be one incident after a long time. Nakhona bekumane I think ukuthi yo ubulala umlungu. Yabo, that's how I did death sentence. So they employ these guys, kuma farms. Most farms are Turks, it's Zimbabweans, Mozambicans, and then they say blacks are killing us. Blacks are not the same. There's a South African black and the African black from Bujumbura. We are not the same. We don't observe the same things. We're different. You check about Western Cape. These guys, they want a soft life that did not work for. And then they will come and say, no, it's blacks who are killing us. Yeah, maybe the blacks of the ANC are different because they lived in Zambia, in Tanzania for a long time. They've assimilated to their cultures. But here, us who are here, we are different.